But right now, joining us is Jae Head. Jay, good morning, my man. How are you?
Hey, good morning.
It's good to talk to you for a lot of reasons because, one, I don't get to talk to people your age very often. So that's cool. And also because you are just so successful. Like, I mean, you're just getting one great gig after another. How's that feel?
I'm just so fortunate to get all these roles with these big stars.
Yeah, it's awesome. For people that don't know, you were in Hancock, so you're getting to work with, Jason Bateman, Charlize Theron, Will Smith. I mean, and now in The Blind Side, you're working with, Tim McGraw, Sandra Bullock, great actors and actresses.
Thank you.
That's awesome. How'd you get into the business?
I was born with a heart defect, and so my family's a big football family because I live in Texas, so high school football is a big thing. And so they thought the doctors knew it would be hard for me to do any sports. And so my parents tried to find something that I could do for the rest of my life. My brother, would go play football in college and stuff. And so we heard something on the radio that was saying, if you think your kid has talent, send him, here. And we did it, and I met a coach, and he liked me, and he sent me to L.A., and that's where I started.
That's awesome. So you really did one of those, talent search things that you hear about on the radio, and you're starring in movies now. Yeah,
well, I just went to one we heard, and the closest one was in Waco, so we thought we'd give it a shot.
Excellent. Very cool. Well, let's talk. That's an awesome story. I figured it was just going to be some little story like, I thought it was fun, but that's a good story, man. And talk about the movie The Blind Side now. You play the son in the family, SJ, and you get to it seems like you got a pretty good role in this movie. Tell us a little bit about your character.
My character, SJ, Sean Jr., he's the youngest in his family, and when he meets Michael, he makes the first connection for his family. And so when Michael's adopted, SJ kind of becomes not only his little brother, but his football coach at home. So that's pretty cool because I'm a big football person, and so me getting to coach football in this was pretty fun.
That's awesome. Did you work with the Tui family at all, to get to know the real SJ, or did you just kind of base it on what you thought he was like?
It was kind of both. At first, I didn't know SJ. I'd never met him, and then once I got this role, we were filming a football game one night, and he came on set, and that's the first time I'd met him. Mm-hmm. So.
Was it pretty accurate, like what you would imagine him like? Was he pretty much like that, or did he have some crazy things going on?
He had different. I had quite a bit right, but then there were 2 or 3 things that I wasn't doing right, and so I changed that immediately.
That's cool. That's cool that you got a chance to meet him and change it up like that.
It was. Well, I thought that was great.
A lot of people are really, really stoked for this movie. They can't wait to see it. Why do you think people are so excited? Obviously, this is a moving story, but what about this story do you think is so important and so moving to people?
I think it's because at first nobody cared for this kid. I mean, he was just like another face on the street to a lot of these people. Nobody cared about him, and this family came in, and it just took one person to say, I care. And I think what the big thing is going to be is that they didn't judge him by his cover like many people did. And I think that's really what's going to touch the people, is that it's such a family movie.
That's cool. That's going to be awesome there. What's coming up for you in the future after The Blind Side? Do you have anything else lined up?
I'm just keeping my options open, so.
Excellent. That's good to keep the options open there. What was it like working with Sandra Bullock and Tim McGraw and those guys? Were they both fun?
Oh, they were awesome. They were really, when Sandy put that blonde wig on, she was Mom. It was, no, I'm not Sandy, I am your mom. And it was so funny because she was really like my mom. She was if I was, had my foot on the table or something, she'd go, Jay, take that off, And so she acted like my mom a lot, and that was pretty funny.
Is it hard when you leave the set then after a movie like that, when you make such a good relationship, to lose?
It is because it's just like you moving away for a few months until the premiere, and then, you know, it's like you being with your best friend, you know, this big group of friends, and then all of a sudden you have to leave for a few months.
Yeah.
And it's hard because they're like your family.
That's cool. Do you keep in touch with any of the people you've been in movies with before? Like, do you still get a hold of Will Smith or Charlize Theron or anybody like that on the phone?
Not any from Hancock, but I do keep in touch with Quentin and Aaron, and he's the one that plays Michael Orr. And I keep up with Lily Collins, so that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. What was Tim McGraw like? He seems like he can be a pretty tough dude. Was he?
He's just awesome. He's strong. He's, you know, strict and fierce when he needs to be, but, you know, usually he's a big, you know, joker. So that was pretty cool to be with him.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to see the movie, and I can't wait to see you in it. You're a very talented young man, Jay. The movie is The Blind Side, and it opens this Friday. It looks very good. Jae Head, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck in your future, man. Have a good one.
Bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.